Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you guys my Abyss Actor deck profile for July 2017. Been, I think, a good couple months since my last update to this deck, and we actually received some support for it in Light's Revenge. 2 cards, one Abyss Script and one Abyss Actor monster. It's a pretty fun deck. I'm thinking, might as well enjoy it while we can, as much as we can. I also don't have the full extra deck for this deck, mostly because I want to incorporate at least some Link monsters into it, like Decode Talker and a couple others, when it comes out, because I do think, Links will allow for some more powerful plays, just because this deck relies heavily on pendulum summoning monsters from the extra deck. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I run 3 Abyss Actor Superstar. He is your big monster of the deck. All of them entail using Abyss scripts with their different effects to make use of doing different things to your opponent, whether it's destroying monsters or even powering up your own monsters. But this one is when it's normal or special summon your opponent's spell and trap cards, and effects cannot be activated. And once per turn, you can set one Abyss script spell card directly from your deck, but it's sent to the graveyard during the end phase. So you have to make sure that you activate that card when you do this. And the scale effect is once per turn, you contribute 1 Abyss Actor monster, then target 1 Abyss script spell card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So good recycling as well. Plus, he was meant to, match Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon in terms of rivalry. So his attack's pretty good too at 2,500. And also 3 Abyss Actor Leading Lady. Was hoping to go for the pure Abyss Actor lineup with this deck, so we're sticking to pure Abyss Actors with this deck profile. But Leading Lady's Pendulum Scale is 2, which they all differ with Pendulum Scale as well, which is pretty cool. And her effect is once per turn, when you take battle damage from an opponent's attacking monster, you can activate one of these effects. That monster loses attack equal to the damage you took, even if this card leaves the field. Add 1 face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum from your extra deck to your hand with attack equal to or than the damage you took. And the monster effect is when battle damage is inflicted, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses attack equal to the battle damage. And when this card is destroyed by battle or and the owner's monster zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can set 1 Abyss Script spell directly from your deck. So another one that makes use of the Abyss Script. I also like that it adds the monster from the pendulum effect back to your hand, just so you can, special summon it easier from your hand, since pendulum summoning from the hand doesn't really affect the whole Link summon format restriction from the extra deck if they're back in your hand and you pendulum summon them. But you have to take some pretty big damage if you want to get your big monsters up, so just remember that when you're going off of that effect. Also, 3 Wild Hope. This card has the effect of once per turn you can you can target 1 Abyss Actor card in your other pendulum zone. Its pendulum scale becomes 9 until the end of this turn. Also, you cannot pendulum summon monsters for the rest of this turn except for Abyss Actor monsters, even if this card leaves the field. So that's good for the fact that you can special summon out Evil Heal, since he is a level 8 monster, and most of the time wouldn't be able to, because the highest normal scale in your deck is 8. So you wouldn't be able to get him out normally, but he is a pretty big monster that you can make use of. And the monster effect is once per turn, you can make this card gain 1 hurt attack for each Abyss Actor monster you currently control with different names until the end of this turn. And if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add 1 Abyss Actor card from your deck to your hand, except for Abyss Actor Wild Hope. You can only use this effect once per turn. So once again, just a good pump up scale effect and power boost as well. They all have surge effects off of destruction, which I think is nice as well. This one, basically, if this card is destroyed by battle, you can add 1 Abyss Actor card from your deck, and Leading Lady grabs the scripts, so you have all those to go off of, which is why I do like running those at 3. Also running the new Curtain Raiser. It's more of a mill effect, or like sift through effect. It gains 1100 attack if you control no other monsters, and once per turn you can send 1 Abyss script from your deck to the graveyard to add 1 face of Abyss Actor Pendulum from your extract to your hand. So another pendulum to your hand effect to make use of with this card. And the scale is a 7, so you can get out most of your level 4 monsters, which is the majority of the monsters you do run in the deck. And if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your pendulum scale. You can only use this effect once per turn. So if you want to organize your scales and you control no monsters, he's an easy special summon from the scale. You can even just set him there if you have no monsters and special summon him that way. So you don't have to risk the basic, pendulum summon effect just from going from the scale. And also 3 Abyss Actor Evil Heal. The one, like I said, one of the big monsters of the deck, but also the lowest scale. If it's normal or special summon, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 1,000 attack for each Abyss actor you currently control until the end of this turn. And when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one Abyss Script spell card in your graveyard and set that card. So another good recycle effect for old Abyss Scripts. And the scale effect is you can tribute one Abyss monster, then target one face-up attack monster your opponent controls, lose attack equal to the original attack of the tributed monster. So if you hit one of your big Abyss actor monsters with this card, you can hit for some pretty high numbers if you have one of your big monsters, like let's say Superstar, already on the field. And also 2 Abyss Actor extras. Might bump down Yugioh to 1 for 3 of these, just because it's really good with the Attribute effect to place an Abyss Actor from your deck into one of your scales. And for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon except for Abyss Actors, nor activate Pendulum effect or Abyss Actor effects. You can only use the effect once per turn, but the Tribute effect is really good. And the scale effect is if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your Pendulum Zone. So you can get that Tribute effect off and get a more proper scale you want with this card. And also 3 Abyss Actor, Funky Comedian, the high scale of the deck that you most of the time will have. And if you go back and forth with Wild Hope, bumping him up, the effect is once per turn you can tribute one Abyss Actor monster, then target one Abyss Actor monster you control. It gains attack equal to the original attack of the tributed monster. So this, with Yugioh, makes full use of power gain and power loss effects. And if this card is normal or special summon, you can make this card gain a 300 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you currently control until the end of this turn. You can target one other Abyss Actor you control. It gains attack equal to its current attack until the end of this turn. And this card cannot attack the turn this effect is activated, and you can only use this effect once per turn. So once again, the bump up effect is really nice to counteract with Yugioh and his lowering effect. And then 3 Sassy Rook to finish off the monster lineup. The first time it would be destroyed. It's not. And you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Abyss Actor from your deck when it's destroyed by an opponent's battle or card effect. And if this card, the Pendulum Zone, is destroyed, you can target 1 level 4 or lower monster your opponent controls, destroy it. So you have destruction and search effects to go off of with this guy. Also, the effect, you can destroy this card instead from your Pendulum Scale if one of your Abyss Actors would be destroyed, protecting them with that effect. And then that is it for monsters. We'll move on to spells. I run 3 Abyss Script, Rise of the Abyss King. You target cards on the field up to the number of attack position Abyss Actors you control with different names and destroy them. If you control a level 7 or higher Abyss Actor, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. If this set card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and you have an Abyss Actor in your extra deck, you can add 2 Abyss Actor cards or Abyss Script cards with different names from your deck to your hand. So a play off of effect as well if it's set, but I love the fact that they can't react or respond to the effect if you control the level 7 or higher Abyss Actor monster. It makes it very powerful, getting rid of, pesky monsters. Then 3 of the new Abyss Script, Abyss-tainment. You can tribute 1 Abyss Actor monster, then target 1 Abyss Script spell card in your graveyard, set it to the field. You can only use this effect of Abyss-tainment up to twice per turn, and if this set card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can special summon any number of Abyss Actors from your deck. So another card, it's a continuous card, so you have multiple uses of this card. Very powerful for that special summoning spam that you can do for the built-up in the extra deck. You want to make full use of that when you can. And also 1 opening ceremony. I don't have any Abyss Lairs, but I'll show you later on what I would have replaced for them if I do have them. But 1 opening ceremony, you gain life points for each Abyss Actor you control, and if this set card is destroyed by an opponent's card and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum in your extra deck, you can draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. Once again, that draw 5 effect is really good if you use up all your resources and they end up going to the extra deck. Make full use of this set card quickly in the game if you go through all your materials. And then also 3 Allure Darkness. Just all the Abyss Actors are dark, so you can make full use of this card in the deck. 4 draw power for what you need for necessary plays. 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. This would probably be the card that would come out for the Lair, the 2 Lair, and then I would run also in response to one of these 1 Backstage. I just don't have any Backstage in the deck either. 1 for 1 searches out plenty of targets in the deck. Funky Comedian, but most of the time you'll want to go for your basically, he is right here, Abyss Actor extras for that Pendulum Scale set. Using 1 for 1 for a scale set is really, really good in the deck. And then for traps, 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, and 1 Torrential Tribute. I would, like I said, take out one of the MSTs for a backstage, and I would also remove the Torrential Tribute for the final Abyss backstage if you have the card. Like I said, just didn't have it to put in the deck, but otherwise I definitely would. And then for the extra deck, Abyss Actors don't have any specific exceeds, so we're just going with the generic Adalahan for the level 1s. For the Dark Monsters and the Fiend types, we run 1 Evil Swarm Thanatos, 1 Wave King Caesar, 1 Evil Swarm Nightmare. They're Pendulum Monsters, so 1 Magister really helps, 1 101, 1 number 82, 1 Dark Rebellion, 1 Gargoyle Cowboy, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Castell, and for the level 7s, 1 number 11 Big Eye. Might even run Heliopolis just for the chances with the level 8 monster. And for the extra spaces that I left in the extra deck, those were going for the new Link monsters that are coming out, because I'm definitely interested to see just how they'll play out with the deck, including Decode Talker, Firewall Dragon, make full use of those monsters, and see how good this deck will take off. But yeah, that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Once again, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, Kira Twig out.